If you want to start thinking clearly, the first step I couldn't recommend enough is to take one of your core ideas. Take one of the ideas whose hill you are willing to die on, and then look at that idea and attack it. Say that that idea that you are holding as a core value is total BS, it doesn't stand for anything, and use every possible argument that you can muster against that core idea that you have. And when you run out of your own argument, you go online and look at every possible argument against your core tenet. And if you can find no idea that can put any sufficient cracks in that core idea that you have, then maybe, just maybe, you can keep that idea and assume it is something that is unassailable, at least within your means of perception. But if you do find ideas that at least put some cracks in your core idea, then you cannot be afraid to look into those other ideas and explore them to your fullest ability, because maybe, just maybe, one of your core ideas is flawed or possibly wrong. Once you complete this process with one of your core ideas, you go to another core idea and another core idea, and you do not stop repeating this cycle to the point where every new bit of information or every new idea you're willing to explore, you have to come up with arguments against it. And whenever a crack in one of these ideas emerges, you have to explore it. It is a never-ending job. It can be very excruciating. It can also be very isolating, but it is the only way I am aware that someone can actually pursue truth. I have used this process to free myself of the confines of early Christian indoctrination, early leftist indoctrination, and of course, certain forms of hero worship. I used to really like Donald Trump. I used to really like Barack Obama. I used to like a whole bunch of other celebrities. Oh, I used to love Elon Musk. But once I started exploring every idea and trying to find every possible crack I could, a lot of these figures were just upheld by a lot of BS. It's very sad. What's even sadder is that the people who used to be friends with you may not want to have anything to do with you because you've decided to not think in this cult or groupthink. And this post is meant to go to all three groups: the people on the left, the people on the right, and the people on the middle who just couldn't be bothered with extremist politics. And I know that this post won't get too many views because it never does if I try to get a little philosophical. And guys, don't let yourself be categorized into one group just because you may like one or two things. If you like a certain political policy, that shouldn't mean that you abide by dozens of others on one side of the political spectrum. Be a free thinker.